Earlier this week, reports emerged that Aston Villa has initiated preliminary talks with Chelsea and Gallagher's representatives over a possible summer move. Aston Villa's manager, Unai Emery, is a huge admirer of the 24-year-old and is looking to strengthen his midfield options for the upcoming Champions League campaign in 2024-25. Now, you might be wondering why Chelsea would be open to selling Gallagher, a Cobham Academy graduate who frequently captained Mauricio Pochettino's team last season and led the entire first-team squad in minutes played across all competitions. Well, it's a complex situation with several factors at play. Let's break it down. There are two elements to consider here: Gallagher the player and Gallagher the asset. On one hand, Gallagher just had the best season of his career at Chelsea, consolidating his place in the England squad. On the other hand, he now has 12 months left on his contract and a growing list of suitors across the Premier League. One of the reasons why Gallagher's deal has run down to this point is that Chelsea's sporting leadership and ownership have not been convinced that he should be integral to their long-term midfield plans. This is why they were prepared to accept a £45 million offer from Everton in January last year, and why West Ham and Tottenham expressed serious interest the following summer. Chelsea have also spent north of £300 million on midfielders in the past 18 months, including the 9-figure transfer fees paid for Enzo Fernandez and Moises Caicedo. Despite Gallagher's excellent 2023-24 season, if Chelsea do not believe that his progress merits a new contract on significantly improved terms, this summer is their last realistic opportunity to secure real value in a sale. But does Chelsea need to sell Gallagher, or other homegrown players, to comply with financial rules? Chelsea officials insist they expect the club to comply with the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules for 2023-24 without making further player sales before the accounting deadline of June 30th. However, there is considerable skepticism among many football finance analysts outside Stamford Bridge as to how they can hope to achieve that. A controversial £76.5 million deal to sell the two hotels outside the stadium to another subsidiary company of Chelsea's ownership group was decisive in the club squeezing under the £105 million allowable loss limit for PSR in 2022-23. Chelsea's qualification for next season's Conference League also means they are once again subject to UEFA's club licensing and financial sustainability regulations, which only allow losses up to €80 million for the 2024-25 monitoring period. Whatever the true extent of the PSR and FSR pressures, Chelsea knows that selling players, particularly academy graduates, is the only realistic route to creating the wiggle room needed for more significant recruitment this summer. But it doesn't necessarily need to be Gallagher who leaves. Chelsea are already guaranteed £28 million through the sale of Lewis Hall to Newcastle after his season on loan there, while the proceeds of Mason Mount's £55 million transfer to Manchester United last summer will go on this year's accounts. They could generate £35 million by selling Ian Matson, while Armando Broja and Trevoh Chalobah could raise more than £50 million combined. Omari Hutchinson, although not a Cobham graduate, could also command a sizable fee after a highly successful loan spell helping Ipswich Town win Premier League promotion. So, how does all of this affect Gallagher's thinking about his future? Gallagher is in an extremely strong position. His stock has never been higher, and he can expect a large pay rise in his next contract, whether that's at Chelsea or elsewhere. He is a well-documented Chelsea fan, and his preference remains what it has always been, to pursue a long and successful career with his boyhood club. He has not agitated to leave at any point and cannot be sold against his wishes. But if Villa or another interested club present an offer that satisfies Chelsea, Gallagher will have a real decision to make. Will he play as often, or as well, for incoming head coach Enzo Maresca as he did last season for Pochettino in what is likely to be a different tactical system? There is no guarantee next season will be as individually rewarding as 2023-24 proved to be. Going into the final year of his current deal at Stamford Bridge would be a big risk for Gallagher to take, and he would do so with no assurance that a new contract offer from Chelsea would be forthcoming before he hits free agency in the summer of 2025. As with any player, ultimately he needs to do what he feels is best for his career. Transfer speculation also presents an unwelcome distraction as Gallagher seeks to fully focus on helping England at Euro 2024, which kicks off next Friday. However, he has so far done an admirable job of not allowing uncertainty over his future to affect his performances in a Chelsea shirt. Would Chelsea consider selling him to Tottenham? For much of the Roman Abramovich era, it seemed inconceivable that any high-profile player could move between Chelsea and fellow Londoners Tottenham in either direction. The mutual rivalry and animosity went well beyond the fans in the stands, reaching all the way into the boardrooms of both clubs. Clearlake and Burley are far more business-minded. Spurs held serious talks with Chelsea about signing Gallagher last summer, but an unbridgeable gap in their respective valuations meant things went no further. It is likely that any offer meeting the asking price will be considered on its merits, rather than rejected out of hand due to the identity of the bidders. The more intriguing variable is how Gallagher would view the possibility of joining Tottenham. Many of his fellow Chelsea supporters will be hoping he is not put in that position. Is a new contract at Chelsea still a possibility? Absolutely. This is not a Mount situation, where bitterness and acrimony took hold on all sides and a parting began to feel inevitable months before it finally happened. Chelsea's co-sporting directors Lawrence Stewart and Paul Winstanley have maintained a dialogue with Gallagher's representatives throughout the past 18 months, and there is no sense of bad blood. His unerring professionalism is greatly appreciated, and he is a popular figure around the Cobham training ground as well as at Stamford Bridge. If he is sold this summer, it will not be cheaply, and if offers do not materialise at the level Chelsea would like, it would not be a shock if talks over a new contract were to resume. Let us know in the comments if you would be happy if he is sold, and stay tuned for more updates on Gallagher's future at Chelsea. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more Chelsea content.